got the Teela and Zoar pack from Masters of the Universe Origins. We'll open up, check out both of these figures, compare them to some other pieces, and just look over them overall. Talk about why I wanted to add this to my little Masters of the Universe collection. Of course, we got the artwork on the back, battling Skeletor, and on the other side we do have a Screech coming in on Zoar, so we might get Screech. Judging by the back here, might just come with a Skeletor figure again, sadly, instead of something cooler, but I'd take a Screech if it came along. Interesting, it mentions special connection between Teela and Zoar. Contents: 1 figure, 1 pet, and 6 accessories. It's kind of an interesting way to word that. My pet Zoar, and I'm gonna play with it just like this kid, for sure. So we have Zoar's bird stand here in the sort of armor piece, and Zoar itself, which has these taloned feet. They don't seem to move though, they're their own piece. A hard body here and the head, but the top with the wings and tail are all a soft plastic so it can flap. And so here's the trigger on the back of the leg here. And you hit the button and you flap a bird. Whoa, oh, she's getting out of sync here. Flap, 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 flap. So majestic. Under, over, I've never had Zoar here. Clip to the tail end, over the head, wearing its armor piece. Kind of weird, definitely just from the old comic books. Zoar wearing that. So of course the color scheme is very much like the sorceress, because of course in the cartoon Zoar was just kind of the bird form of the sorceress. Here in the comic kind of stuff, guess we're kind of pretending this is its own character. Pretty cool with the flap, and then of course with the stand, the large talons. Can grip that. Kind of a nice display for Zoar up on it. I do have an original here just for the comparison. Origins one seems just a little bit bigger. Of course a little bit cleaner paint. Of course just from old age this one's kind of warped. So the flap is a little messed up there, but here we can see the talons on the Origins one are kind of their own piece, so I thought maybe they'd turn or something. The original is just its own solid one piece here. I am happy with Zoar there, definitely want to display that like with the sorceress or nearby. Comes with the Teela figure here. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the early artwork of this pack kind of had some gold paint. And here we have, it's just kind of a yellow, barely any kind of shiny element to it. But she has a different kind of head and hairstyle, very different skin tone than the other release. Otherwise, the same mold in the body shape and boots. She does have the new knee style. It's just a little bit smaller. I suppose is a little bit better. But definitely just a little bit different face, and of course the hair, kind of the big difference, and just the way her kind of hairpiece tiara is done. So pretty much an all new head, I would say. But yeah, the skin tone, she's much more pale. Has the same snake armor that the original would. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with this piece that just went around the original's bun. But this one we have like the ponytail. Like what are you supposed to do with it? A little different there. I suppose you could really get it up and under here to really lock it in place, but might make it kind of hard to take off. Her standard shield, pretty much the same, but this time her snake staff is in that yellow gold, different color there. Doesn't match her armor, and she comes with this sword, so bonus weapon, and this is where it kind of leads to looking like the 2002 kind of Masters of the Universe. Here is Teela's sword from the 2002 cartoon, so it's the same design. Of course, this one's just colored solid, that yellow color. That's where this one kind of looks like the 2002 one. Here's the figure here, but she does have a little bit different armor, so to really match that 2002 He-Man, she'd kind of have to have a different release, but has that big ponytail in the back. So the head's pretty much good to go, unless they wanted to have a little bit more hair detail like this one. She's missing a few armor bits, like just the way her costume there is, and then maybe kind of higher boots with some designs, and not just the fur only, with a little bit of gold. Interesting choice for the sword, but kind of the different colored snake staff is kind of weird because it won't match her armor either. Here's kind of the Filmation styled sword I got a hold of when I opened the original Origins Teela. So you want to check out that video about this sword. I'm not super impressed with this Teela. She's kind of in limbo between what version she's supposed to be. Just kind of, they couldn't just sell Zoar on its own, I guess. Could have just had Screech and Zoar together in a pack and call it a day. But tried to include this Teela. It's just kind of not quite 2002, not quite Filmation, not quite any particular, just a different version of Teela if you prefer some of her looks changes. Zoar is kind of the thing you're wanting to go for here in this one. Got the old school function, the armor, the stand, and just kind of the link to the Sorceress of Grayskull. And that's what I want to use it for. So I open all my Masters of the Universe Origins stuff here. Check out the full playlist, see what all I've opened up and shown here. It's been great getting the old school figures this way, just with all their accessories, and in their all kind of updated form. So I have fun in every single video I do about them. Hopefully I'll get to see you there. Zoar!